So, I wanted to do a quick video about Dr. Oz, who's running for the U.S. Senate for Pennsylvania, and actually in my local area. And I wanted to point out some troubling things about Dr. Oz. Um, I'm not a follower of Dr. Oz. I don't consider Dr. Oz to be in the same arena as people like Dr. Atkins or Dr. Furman or any of these other more holistic doctors. I think he really will promote pretty much anything, which you will find if you watch his show. He promotes a lot of goofy crap. And one of the things that he's promoted, now mind you, he's promoting himself as a conservative, but yet he was an early supporter of transgendered children. Okay? Now, what I want to make clear, I'm not anti-trans. Okay? I'm not pro-trans. I'm not anti-trans. My viewpoint on transgenderism is that as long as somebody is an adult, okay, is a legal adult, that they should be allowed to modify their body in a way that they see fit. I see transgenderism or transsexuality as an extreme form of body modification, not unlike tattooing, scarification, piercing, earlobe extending, lip disking, etc. My problem with transgenderism or transsexuality when it's applied to children is the whole point of consensual age. Everybody wants to harp on me because I'm fine with, dating an 18-year-old. Anyone 18 to 21 is my ideal age range, and I'll go up to 25. People like to harp on me, and I'm going to get into that too. I'm going to make a video on why the conservative stance should be to promote, such things as older men with younger girls, because that is the heart and soul of Western civilization up until a very short time ago. And what I mean by younger girls is girls like age 18 to 22 or something like that, not excessively young. But my point is, the whole basis of the legal age of consent is that a child is not mature enough, mentally, emotionally, or biologically mature enough. Their brain has not matured enough to make certain choices, okay? And this is determined by a number of different factors, okay? But the point is that somebody that is not mentally or emotionally mature enough to make a decision about sexual consent probably shouldn't be allowed to make a decision on what gender they identify as, or what sex, what hookups they have, if you know what I mean. I don't think that is, and like I said, I'm not anti-trans. I have at least one friend that is transgendered or transsexual. They were born a boy and now they identify as a woman. I'm not necessarily in agreement with such things, but the person is a good person. I'm not somebody that's, I don't think that people are automatically bad. Just like a person is not necessarily automatically bad if they have a tattoo. A person is not automatically bad if they're transsexual or transgendered. I don't believe that. I don't believe people are automatically bad people if they're homosexual. I don't believe those things. But what I do believe is, I do believe that there is a large degree of what's known as gender dysphoria in people that have these issues. And I do consider them issues. I do think that the basis of Western civilization, particularly of the Anglo-Saxon heart and soul of this republic, is a heterosexual soul. Okay, I don't believe it's as strictly patriarchal as some people might, but I do believe it does swing to the patriarchal side, but very gently to the patriarchal side. But it is definitely a heterosexual culture in the United States, and the further we get away from this heterosexual dynamic of the prevailing culture, the further we get away from Americanism and the sicker our country will become. And by sick, I don't mean morally sick per se, but I mean that the fabric of society will begin to fall apart. And I'm a firm believer that promoting transsexuality in children is child abuse. Personally, I believe that any doctor that promotes transsexuality in children needs to not be a doctor anymore. Okay? I don't believe that there's any medical reason to promote transsexuality in children, particularly prepubescent children. I believe that putting people on hormone blockers is a disgusting thing that will damage these children for the rest of their lives. I believe that, putting children on the reverse gender's hormones, like putting women on or young girls on testosterone or young boys on estrogen, is child abuse. I don't think there's any two ways about that. I think that that's cut and dry. This is child abuse. This is this is medicalized child abuse. And it's anybody that supports these things certainly should not have the support of anybody that is socially conservative. And that's my stance with Dr. Oz. And I'm going to leave a link showing that he supports these things, which is extremely disturbing to me. And then people will go, well, you support all these, like you're not against Ilhan Omar, you're not against, well, I'm not necessarily for Alexandria Cortez anymore, but even Tulsi Gabbard, for example, like everybody wants to harp on Tulsi Gabbard. I remember I was getting a lot of flack when I supported Tulsi Gabbard in the 2020 election. But what people choose not to understand is Tulsi Gabbard was the most socially conservative person running in the 2020 election, and she was economically progressive and embraced certain things to help move the country forward in a scientific manner, but was also socially conservative because she recognizes the need for the Constitution and the need of the sort of secular religious fabric of this nation that was formed by the people that formed this nation, the Quakers, the Puritans, the Mennonites, the Mormons, the people that created the unique way that we observe morality as a collective in this republic. Needs to be honored if we want our republic to hold together, honestly. And that's what we're getting away from, and it is going to destroy our country. And if somebody like Dr. Oz supports things that take us away from those values, I don't think that Dr. Oz should have the support of the social conservatives, nor should he really have the support of anybody that is for, classical liberalism or any type of desire to hold fast to any type of Western standard, because what he's promoting is not a Western standard, it's something else. It's child abuse. And that's all for this video.